Hello, this is the Vikstrand. Today we are going to talk about Japanese cinema, and today we are going to talk about Takashi Miike, the man who has made 100 movies as of 2017. We're not going to talk about his 100th movie today, however, we are going to talk about Hara-Kiri, Death of a Samurai, the first 3D movie to ever have been screened at Cannes Film Festival. Why this is in 3D? I have no idea. But we're gonna take a look at Hara-Kiri, Death of a Samurai. So this is Japan 1634. We have the House of E, a house of noble traditions, where a very poor ronin comes. He asked to perform the ceremony of seppuku. Seppuku, or Hara-Kiri as it is also known, is of course the ceremony in which a disgraced samurai performs a suicide which makes him obtain a magnificent death and redeem his lost honor. He asks to perform this in the courtyard. I guess it is to give more gravitas to the suicide. Now when he tells them this, they inform him that a young man came a couple of months ago to this place and asked for the same thing. And we're told what happened through a flashback. And this young man comes here, and when he comes, they initially says, okay, you can use our courtyard to perform suicide. But then we also find out that there is an epidemic of ronins coming into houses and wanting to kill themselves because they have lost their honors and they are poor. This is a scam, apparently a suicide bluff to try to being talked out of the entire kill yourself thing and get some money in the process. It's sort of a scam, a really odd scam, but the samurai was a little weird when it came to their, death culture. So they intend to make an example out of this so-called samurai or ronin. Ronin, of course, the samurai without a master. They also discover that his swords are not made of steel, but they are made of bamboo. So they force him to commit seppuku with these swords, which is a very gruesome and very horrible scene indeed. And once this is done, he is asked, do you really want to do this still? Do you want to perform seppuku in our courtyard? And he says yes. Then the movie takes a bit of a left turn, you could say, because he starts to tell him about this young man who came to perform seppuku, because he's attached to him somehow, and also the fact that 3 men are missing. Where are they? What happens after this? This is 40 minutes of absolute awesomeness. This is 40 minutes of solid, it's a chamber drama basically. The setup, the ceremony, all the little details gets you really soaked up in the atmosphere, and you really feel that you're sort of a spectator in this one. It's excellently shot, it's excellently executed, it is stunningly beautifully lit. The lighting in this movie is fucking amazing. And then, just when you think that this movie is going to be totally awesome, then the backstory happens, because we sort of get another flashback who tells the story about a young man who came to perform seppuku with their wooden swords. And that thing doesn't take up 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but 1 hour, almost 1 hour of slow crawling, cringe-worthy, boring backstory When I saw this movie the first time, the only thing I could think about, can we get back to the House of E and have, you know, more of this intense drama? Nope. No, 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 no. We're not gonna get that. It moves like a fucking glacier, and you can sort of see where this one is going after about 30 minutes or even earlier, and you're saying to yourself, can we move along? Can we move along, please? Can we get back to the House of E? No, we cannot. But I knew that Takashi Miike has a tendency of making, you know, slow middles of his movies. Then he can come back with a strong finish, and I knew that all the pieces were there and Takashi Miike would deliver an awesome epic conclusions. Nope, not this time. Despite him having all the ingredients he needs to make an absolute monster of a finish, he decided to do something weird. This is probably due to the fact that I don't understand Japanese storytelling all the time. I have seen, you know, my fair share of Japanese movies, but I'm not gonna lie that I'm an expert of Japanese cinema. I know that Japanese storytelling can be different from the Western storytelling, and I accept that. Usually I don't have any problems with it, but maybe I'm missing something here that maybe, you know, I could have seen, I could have understood it, but I don't. It's too bad, but yeah, I really can't do anything about it. This movie is really flawed, because when you go to this backstory, it basically kills the movie. It could have been saved. It still could have been an awesome movie if Takashi Miike would have delivered a solid ending. He doesn't. The ending is so limp, I can't grasp it. It's a shame, because it is so tightly directed. It's magnificently shot. The production value looks great, and you really feel like you are in the peaceful setting of Japan 1634, which is apparently why there are so many Ronins that are roaming around the country, because peace and no war means samurais are not in high demands. Maybe. Hara-Kiri, The Death of a Samurai, is based on a novel and also one of Japan's most acclaimed movies of all time, Hara-Kiri from 1962. I haven't seen that movie and I haven't read the novel, so I don't know how they're treating the source material. This is perhaps why this movie has the bogged down ending. Now, when it comes to the more serious Japanese samurai movies, I prefer movies like Rashomon, Throne of Blood, The Twilight Samurai, When the Last Sword is Drawn. All of these movies are, in my opinion, better than this one. This is not a bad movie per se. It's a flawed movie. It is also, it's a shame, because the first 40 minutes are so awesome, and then we have the hour of absolutely nothing, and we have an additional 30 minutes of very strange and really odd finale. I can't say that I would recommend it for viewing, but it isn't a bad movie either. It's an interesting study in how you can make movies. One thing that Takashi Miike has always been good at, it is the dialogue. He is one of the great ones of, you know, delivering solid dialogue scenes. That's why on the backside of the DVD says what I consider to be one of the greatest directors living today, Quentin Tarantino. They're best buddies, by the way. It is a flawed movie, but not necessarily a bad one. Damn it, I want to like this movie. I really want to like this movie. But I just can't give this one as high rating as I would have liked to. Far too uneven. I'm giving it 55. So, that was Hara-Kiri, Death of a Samurai. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Till next time, this is the Wikstrand, and I am signing out.